and Dudette. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. So, as some of you are aware, I had a tryout in Texas over the past month. If you don't see me posting on YouTube or social media for a few weeks or a few months at a time, there's a good chance I'm just focusing on football. As you guys know, it's always football first and YouTube second. I enjoy sharing my life with you and sharing my journey, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's just a massive distraction. For those of you wondering, I decided to stay here in America and pursue my second contract. That was a topic of discussion second to last video, and you guys voiced your opinion, and I heard it, and I saw it, and I read it, and yeah, some of you may not be liking that decision, some of you may be against it. I understand that, but it just makes sense from a business standpoint, from a soccer career standpoint, from a life standpoint, for me to pursue my second contract here in the States. I don't expect you guys to understand it, but I expect you guys to respect my decision to stay here in the US and pursue that contract. But yeah, my first tryout 2 weeks ago, first one this year, first one since the Forest last fall. Something that I was super pumped for, super excited. I've been training my ass off for the past 2 months for it. But I haven't really shared too much on this channel regarding that tryout, or I guess my second contract in general. I'm starting to learn more about this, as I'm a person who doesn't do well when it comes to sharing his goals and then achieving them. Maybe that's the one thing that I did well on this channel, was that I shared my goals about signing a contract and then I achieved it. But everything else, I do a lot better keeping it private and then achieving it on my own. It's a lot more satisfying, it's a lot more motivating to keep your secrets private, your goals private, and then achieve them on your own. So yeah, I haven't shared too much about the contract or trying out or the tryouts I have planned in the future. It's just, for me, it's a lot better to keep that stuff private for now and then maybe share it if I do sign. But I'm a firm believer, guys, as soon as you start feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit stressed, a little bit uncomfortable, you're probably doing something right. Nothing good ever comes when you stay in your comfort zone. I firmly believe that statement. But safe to say, I was very apprehensive about this tryout in Texas. There's something about playing in Texas that I just don't like. Maybe it's failing both times at Dallas Cup and going home feeling like absolute trash. Maybe it was a bad performance at a DA Showcase where I just sucked it up for a few games. But yeah, I just do not like the idea, the atmosphere, the vibe of playing in Dallas, playing in San Antonio, playing in Houston. Now, I've been there and done that with playing across the US, and if I had a choice to play in any state, Texas would be number 50. I just don't like it. Now, I was fully confident with my touch, with my fitness, with my abilities on the pitch, but there's something about playing in the middle of the country that I've always struggled with. But I was aware of that. I was, well tuned to what was working in the past for me, what's working in the future now. So to that extent, I was in control. It was a 3-day trial, though. I left on a Thursday morning, came back on a Sunday afternoon. First day of the trial was just coordination, some possession, some passing drills, and a small-sided game at the end of it. And then the last 2 days were just full field 11v11. And in my opinion, I played as best as I could. I think the past 2 months of me training my ass off really showed for itself, but unfortunately it came up a little bit short. I was competing against a player who was arguably the better player. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that I was at his level. I wasn't. He was more effective at that event than I was, and it showed because he was signed. I'm not going to say it was politics or there's a gatekeeper. There wasn't there. But it was an event that I was very proud to be a part of. It was a great opportunity to showcase myself, and I left there learning a lot. It was the first time I tried out in that league. It was the first time I went to an event where I was the only one trying out besides 3 guys. The rest of the guys were already signed and playing for that club. So yeah, it was a great learning experience for me, and I took something away from it. And I saw the discipline, the hard work, the sacrifice over the past 4 months since leaving the Force has been paying off. Maybe it did pay off already since I signed my first pro contract last year, but you guys will find after you sign that contract, that first pro contract, that it's never enough. You always want more. You want more fans in the stadium, you want more competition, maybe more money for some of you, more fame, more fortune, more success. That first contract is never enough. Staying in one league is never enough. You want to keep on upping the ante and playing for a better club, playing for a better league, playing in a better country maybe. Who knows what it is, but you're always trying to up that success, up that goal to something bigger and better. And that's what I've been doing the past 4 months is, putting in the hard work to achieve something far greater than what I achieved last year. So it's very satisfying, very rewarding to have that feeling that I can play in this league. And maybe it'll come this year, maybe it'll come next year, maybe it'll come when I'm 30, 31, who knows. But I know now, deep down, that I can play in this league, and that was extremely, extremely rewarding. I think the biggest takeaway you can make from these kind of events, whether they're closed events, open events, combines, tryouts at individual clubs, wherever the case may be, is always knowing that there's something else on the other side. There's always another combine you can attend or event that you can partake in. Always another phone call you can make, DM you can send, email you can write, connection that you can form. The abundance mindset is what creates winners, in my opinion. The abundance mindset is what separates the people who quit and the guys who carry on regardless of the pain, the sacrifice, the struggle they're currently experiencing. Once you start giving into why you're not making it as a pro or college player is because the system, it's rigged, it's political, it's politics. There's someone holding you back, there's a gatekeeper. You're already f***ed. I made a poll on Instagram or poll on YouTube a few weeks ago regarding the biggest obstacle in playing professional soccer. And I think the results speak for themselves. The easiest thing is to find opportunity, but it's another thing entirely to find the right opportunity for you. I was maybe a rarity last year when I went 1 for 1, first pro tryout, first pro contract, now 1 for 2. But what you didn't see was me sending tens of thousands of messages, making connections on LinkedIn, sending emails to hundreds of coaches and scouts over the span of a few months to gain one opportunity. And that one opportunity led to my first contract. But it doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means you need to keep looking. You may not be the right fit for that club at that time. So I'm gonna repeat that again. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means you need to keep looking. There's 1,001 ways to go pro in this game, guys. And all the different opportunities out there, the pathways, the roads, they'll lead to the same destination, and that's a pro contract. So choose the road, the pathway, the opportunity that you think is gonna yield the best results, and then modify it as your journey develops. But yeah, I hope you guys took something away from this video. Hope you learned something from it. I have a lot of knowledge, experience, and passion about this topic, tryouts and events and whatnot. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from it. I have a tryout again in August, so I'll kind of capture that journey a little bit better than I did this one. I wasn't allowed to post too much about this or talk too much about it at all, but this next one I think I'll be able to. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions about this tryout I just had, leave them down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can in the first few hours. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing this journey with me. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.